Hello, welcome to SuperReturn Asia. I'm Sarah Clark, coming to you from Hong Kong, and I'm joined by Vinnie Lauria. Nice to meet you.
Same, thank you, Sarah.
Now, you're the founding partner of Golden Gate Ventures. What area I want to talk to you about is standing out from the crowd, enhancing company portfolio performances. What are the three best ways do you think you can do that?
So number one is brand, and we're constantly pushing ourselves, like how do we keep our brand type of mind? Number two, this is a people business, it's a relationship business, so approachable, transparent, honest, dependable, that's some of our core values. And then, I mentioned to you a little bit before, just diversity across our portfolio, diversity across our background. We have partners from 3 different continents. I think that's value add.
So Vinnie, what's the importance of CSR?
Well, for us, we're in a region where we are creating a lot of impact through our investments. That's dollars going to Indonesia, that's hiring. We have, I think, over 10,000 people across 50 portfolio companies now. The World Economic Forum just put the Digital ASEAN 2025 pledge. They invited us to be a part of it alongside Google and Microsoft. In addition to investing, we're also doing scholarships in places like Vietnam.
Okay, does good corporate governance contribute to sustainable economic development? And does it help a company stand out from the crowd?
Corporate governance, 100%. I mean, I look at, even for us as our fund, I take it very seriously. We have a board that we try to bring together. So I appreciate that sort of governance. Boards are very important for me in terms of where I sit on companies. So I do think that is something to stand out across the crowd.
And what about the conscious consumer and the conscious investor? What do companies need to do to survive and thrive in this kind of new reality?
Yeah, so I mean, listen to stuff you hear coming out of the U.S. in terms of now, corporates shouldn't just be fulfilling their shareholders. That's amazing. I used to live in San Francisco. No matter what the startup is, they've always kind of imbibed that. Now you're hearing it from top down and from the stock markets. I think it's the consumer is smarter. They're more informed. They're more engaged. They want to know where is this being sourced from. We invest in a company, Tani Hub, that sources their fruit, their produce directly from Indonesian farmers. The Indonesian consumer loves this, and they pay a premium on it rather than getting an imported avocado, imported piece of fruit. Okay,
we touched on cultural diversity before, but what about gender diversity when it comes to standing out from the crowd?
Again, people with different backgrounds are going to bring different perspectives, and that's very important, whether it's across the fund or the companies we've invested in. We have quite a few women CEOs or co-founders in the portfolio. We've done a few networking events of just them. We make sure that they get definitely highlighted at, and not for us, but recommending that, hey, there's a conference happening and they're looking for speakers. We have a little list, I shouldn't say it's now a big list of growing of really notable influence female founders, not even our portfolio that we just share for conferences.
Okay, that's your sort of within your business, but what about across the VC community? Is there an underrepresentation of women?
Just as a ratio, I think there's an underrepresentation. I think the idea of, not the idea that there should be a better representation is going to make better investments when you have that different profile, that different perspective. There's a number of companies that we've met that are selling primarily to women, and there's not even a woman as a co-founder, and that's a big red flag for us. So so I think in the VC community, definitely underrepresented. We have a director of portfolio support, Angela, who's been with us since almost the beginning. Phenomenal, and I think more VCs should be, I would say, whether it's men to women or just backgrounds, just diversity is a positive thing in investing. Okay,
we looked at cultural diversity, but what about corporate culture? The corporate culture, how can this enhance your portfolio and help you stand out?
Interesting. So corporate culture to me is kind of almost against the portfolio. So I think I'm wearing a dress shirt now. Most of the time when I'm meeting with a founder, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I dress like they do. I used to be a founder. I would say in that sense, we try to create an amazing culture. I don't think that's corporate culture. Corporate culture goes against risk. We invest in risk. There's a certain, I think, level quality. It doesn't take risks in terms of maybe people that it would hire that could be outperformers or may not. Startups should be hiring people that may not always conform to a corporate culture, but have the ability to do phenomenal performance. Whether that means somebody that didn't go to college and doesn't have a degree, that doesn't necessarily mean they can't be an outperformer on the team.
Vinnie Lauria, thank you very much for joining us.
Cheers.
And thank you for joining us. And if you'd like to see this conversation or more conversations from SuperReturn Asia, you can follow us on Twitter. Just look for #SRAsia. See you next time.